buckle up, Buttercup, because we're going to be assembling this rear axle. And then getting ready to put it in the car. But that might be 2 videos. However, this video is just the next video for you, of course. But for me, it's been 48 hours. For the members, it's also been 48 hours because they get to see the videos as soon as they get edited and uploaded. But you guys are probably seeing this sometime in June, which is like months into the future. You know what? Let's just get... All right, I am not complaining about the look of the axle because it looks good, you know? But that's not satin. That's not satin. That's just gloss texture of what didn't get cleaned off, you know, from whatever I did this. But this is not satin. Okay, Eastwood, this is gloss. Okay. It was supposed to be satin, so I don't get it. And this has definitely been a full 48 hours of curing time. So I was thinking maybe eventually it would be satin, but... Or maybe I'm stupid. Is that satin? Because if this is Eastwood satin, then this is POR gloss. And so that's not... See, like the seat. I imagine this seat is satin, but okay. Enough of the satin thing. Let's go ahead and take all the tape off. Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be a pain, isn't it? Nice. Gorgeous. This is like unboxing Christmas presents, except for its billet parts. Nice. That little surface cleaned up. So I got a nice little brass brush and it's doing a real good job of cleaning up because this isn't going to dig into this. This is just going to merely get the surface kind of scratched up. But I'll let you watch real time because it cleans all this residue off pretty good. Takes elbow grease, that's for sure. But it does work pretty nice. Oh yeah. So basically, I'm gonna work my way around. I'm not gonna let you watch me do this, but basically, we're gonna try and get this nice finish like this all the way around. So something that when you buy the LMR kit, they do provide this little gasket. We're not using a gasket, okay? We have our diff cover, all the bolts, all the good stuff. That's a-okay. They also send this stuff with it, and it's all good and fine and dandy. However, I have learned from experience, we're just gonna set this to the side with the gasket because we're not gonna use that. Laugh all you want, but Hondabond is badass stuff. Okay, it costs like $12, $13 per tube. You can find these at any of your local Honda dealership parts, you know, the parts counter, worth it. We working with HSF, Travis has showed me this stuff and I've seen it in action. We seal oil pans, we seal the turbo stuff, we seal other fittings, we've sealed differentials, and I'm about to do it with this differential. And hey, for science, we can see if it works or not, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this stuff does in fact work. Okay, so we're gonna basically put the stuff in there and we're gonna give it some time to cure before we fill it all the way up with some gear oil right over there. Same with the sides. We're gonna be using this stuff on the sides as well to seal the brake caliper and the little C-clip eliminator deal. But first, we're going to do diff cover. All right, pop the cap. We're gonna go ahead and puncture the tube. Wow, cool, got it. Stuff's ready too. We got a nice little nozzle we're going to use. Get out. One side. You know what? Actually, we're just gonna do the one side. All right. Yeah. All right. Stick 2 bolt holes here. We can get that going. It don't even look like it flinched. So, the rotor first. So, the way I remember this best fitting, I went, let's see, I did bolt, washer, spacer, and then the bracket. Get the top bolt started. There we go. Is it going this way? It doesn't seem like it does. It seems like it goes on most definitely this way. The way of least resistance. So clearly the next thing to do is repeat the same process for this side. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You don't gotta watch, trust me. Damn. This thing, it's all brand new. Completely reworked. The brakes look good. All the welds, the brackets are plumb square, except for that one little stupid gusset. But everything's fresh. Everything looks good. Everything's, was measured out. Looks like everything went in without a hitch. Oh man, that black paint, those billet parts, woo, geeking out over here. I don't care what you say. Yeah, buddy, looking good. So we just need to before we fill it up with fluid, we're gonna give it time. You need at least a minimum of, it says 16 hours of dry time for the gasket stuff. So no big deal. I feel pretty happy, pretty accomplished. And tomorrow I'm going to come back. We're basically just going to reassemble all these control arms and the braces and all the bolt-on stuff to put them all onto the rear axle. Then we can fill it up with fluid when we kind of roll it out to the Fox body to install. And we get to put on those brand new to me, powder coated bronze wheels. See what it kind of looks like with, turns out bright red. That's the color code of the Fox body. So bronze wheels, bright red, new axles, 5 lug, basically battle ready. Is that the term? Or is that like a brand name? Battle ready? I don't know. I know we basically threw the catalog at this thing. It's got everything you could possibly dream of. It's got adjustable control arm brackets, spherical bushings. We got the TMZ bracing. We got the girdle on the back. We have the 10.5-inch rotor Cobra brakes, disc brakes, which is going to help us fit our 15-inch drag wheel on the back. The adjustable stuff. We got all the billet parts, the, Heim joints, billet, chrome moly, what you name it. We got it. We got it on this thing. So I'm super excited. I hope that you guys have learned something. I hope I've learned something. I hope I haven't screwed anything up. But we'll find out soon enough. Pretty sure whenever we get this all running and driving, it's going to become known real quick. But luckily, there's no shortage of information on 8/8s, and I feel like I did a pretty good job putting this thing together. And I had a lot of good help and a lot of good advice coming from Garrett Leach over at Second Shift Racing. Those guys are top notch, especially with the stick shift stuff. So, and they know their stuff when it comes to Fox bodies because they got Real Teal. They got Garrett's, Poverty Cobra, the Yellow Cobra as well. Dude, awesome guys. So we have a few leftover parts, no big deal, but I'm happy because this thing is ready to go in. So anyways, yeah. Next up is going to be basically reassembling the rear suspension on the Fox body with the new UPR control arm, UPR Extreme kit, with over here we have adjustable spring perches. We have Viking shocks, or Viking springs with strange adjustable shocks. So I'm excited. If you're liking this stuff, hit the like button. Comment down below. Is this the way you would have built your 8/8 for drag racing? Would you have gone 9-inch? Should we have gone 9-inch? Leave a comment down below. And if it's your first time here, why don't you think of subscribing? And I will see you guys on the next one, which it just gets more exciting. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, but it's really nice whenever all the new parts come together and all stuff. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I appreciate y'all watching.